Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dion back with a daily lineup for today, July 20th. Uh, I'm going to give you guys a little recap of what happened today. I did pretty good. I cashed in my double ups. I definitely had Keiko in my lineup, who basically propelled me to the win. Definitely some disappointments in my lineup, though. I had three players from that San Diego versus Colorado game, so that kind of screwed me over. They're going to actually replay that game, so all the stats were wiped. So anybody who had players from that game, all those numbers automatically go down, went back to zero. So, um, man, that kind of sucked, man. I really thought I had some good matchups in there. So had DJ LeMayu, Justin Upton. I'm kind of lucky because he got injured. DJ LeMayu, Justin Upton, and I had Solarte, man. So those guys weren't off to great starts, but you never know what could happen. It was only in the fifth inning. No, fourth inning, matter of fact. So um oh yeah, and before I really get into my lineup, man, I want you guys to definitely go check my guy Gal with his hot roster picks, man. He's definitely, if you want another way to make money on DFS, you need to go hit up my guy Gal at I'm gonna say FanDuel at Hot Roster Winner. Man, that's his Twitter. I'm gonna leave it in the description below. Go check him out, man. He's cashing around 80% of the time, pretty legit. So I don't even want to say pretty, man. He's actually legit. So you won't get screwed over. He's not a scam like some of these other people, man. So check him out, man. I vouch for him, and if he's not legit, you guys come kill me for that. So without further ado, let's get into my lineup, man. Um, at pitcher, I'm rolling with Gio Gonzalez. Not the greatest pitcher. I'm not a fan of the price, but I definitely think he can have a solid outing against the New York Mets, who struggle versus lefties. They're one of the bottom. They're in the bottom half of teams versus lefties. It just came off an 18 inning game where they basically played the whole team. The bullpen is tired, restless, man. So that's putting a lot of pressure on Harvey tomorrow to have a great game. Like if he gives up 2 runs, I think that at least 2 runs, that win is in line for Gio Gonzalez, who I think should have a great game. The Mets already suck versus lefties. They're striking out 22% of the time against them. Uh, and to tell you the truth, Gio Gonzalez is actually striking out righties at a higher clip. Lefties have touched them a little bit, not so much. Um, and I don't really fear. I don't think any of the lefties will be able to really touch Gio like that. I think these guys are just gonna lay down easily, man. Especially after that game yesterday, man. I think Gio should possibly go 7 innings with maybe 7 Ks. I think that's what it's looking like for tomorrow, man. It's perfect setup. If I think I don't even know if I actually would have played them today, if it wasn't for that 18 inning game, man. So I still like him though, but I'm not all the way comfortable with him. I'm only running this in a GPP lineup, so I wouldn't advise anybody to play him in cash games just because he hasn't been one of the greatest pitchers so far this season. So let's move on next. Got my guy John Jaso. He's been doing pretty well, especially against righties. He's batting at the top of the order, man. So that's something you rarely see a catcher batting leadoff. So that just tells you how good he is, man. I'm gonna tell you, get into some of his numbers versus right-handed pitching. 487 WOBA and 29 plate appearances and a 240 ISO versus right-handed pitchers. And this is batting leadoff as a catcher, man. Going into Philly, a great ballpark for hitters. Um, then he's going to get Buchanan, who's kind of struggled so far, man. 358 batting average on balls in play, 1.85 whip. He's only striking out batters 10.7% of the time. The FIP is at 5.37. And this is against lefties and righties combined. So I think Tampa will be a sneaky stat today. I'm not all the way there, man, but I definitely like Lasso, man. He should come out with at least 2 to 3 points, man, minimum. So I like him a lot. So let's just move on, man. 2,900 too. That's a decent price, man. And next we got Justin Bohr. This dude, his batting average has dropped a little bit since earlier in the season, but is still at the median for against right-handed pitcher. And I think he's in a great matchup today with Robbie De La Rosa, who's just been struggling, man. Robbie has just been horrible, man, and I mean, he's batting at home, but this is not a pitcher's park, so I'm not even going to regard that. Let's tell you what he's. Let me tell you Robbie's numbers. 409 WOBA and 15 home runs versus lefties. And we all know why am I stuttering so much? Justin Bohr has the power to take him deep, man. 15 home runs, man, versus lefties, and this is just the first half of the season. So he's on pace to give up 30 home runs to lefties. So I like Justin Bohr a lot, man, especially for GPP. Another first baseman I really like today too. If I wasn't going Bohr, I probably wouldn't pay up for Agon. Um, not another a sleeper that most people probably won't play. I definitely won't play him if he plays. Darren Ruff, who's hitting lefties pretty well, but I'm not quite sure about that, man. I wouldn't really risk it, man. But I'm definitely sticking with Boyd tomorrow, man. Definitely allows me to get some of these bats. So next we're gonna go with Cesar Hernandez. He has a 340 batting average versus lefties. Moore has been struggling since his return from that injury, man. He basically had a whole year off. He got his win of the year against the Astros, but they're strikeout heavy, man. So anything's possible with them. But definitely think these guys get to him. Caesar has that stolen base ability. I mean, I'm not quite sure if he can do it against a lefty, but it's still there. He's pretty fast. Look at this. More in his 3 starts. That's 8 total people on base. This is 11. That's 8 in 5 innings. So look what he's doing. He's not even going that deep into games. Look how many people are on base. So that just tells you a lot about him. So definitely think Phillies could get to him. Caesar, he might bat leadoff. I'm not quite sure. Still think he's gonna bat somewhere within 1 to 3 in the order. So I like him a lot. Then next we have my favorite play of the day, man. Todd Frazier. Todd Frazier, the Todd father, man. 3,500 is a steal for what I'm about to tell you guys. He has a 540 WOBA, a 452 isolated power versus lefties at home. And you guys want to know the pitcher he's going against? Clayton Richard, who's giving up a 445 WOBA, 652 slugging percentage, and 309 batting average on balls in play versus righties. Also, his home run to fly ball ratio is 27.5. Do you not know Todd Frazier should be a lot? If he doesn't home run tomorrow, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might lose my mind because this is basically what do you want, man? The floor is there basically versus lefty, man. He's almost on base 50% of the time versus lefties at home. That is absolutely astonishing, man. So Frazier, man, definitely one of my favorite players of the day. Well, he's actually my favorite. So let's move on to shortstop, Eugenio Suarez. This one's kind of risky. He bats somewhere, I think, 6th to 7th in the order. Definitely think he gets a chance to go at Richard. For the same reason I just told you, I like Frazier. I kind of like Suarez. Suarez has been pretty good in his limited starts and his limited at-bats versus lefties. He has a 427 WOBA, 200 ISO versus lefties at home. The sample size is not that big, but I definitely think he has a chance to do something. 2 home runs versus lefties so far, too. So, definitely think Suarez at 2,600 has a chance to do something as well. And he's batting 295 versus righties. So, if he doesn't get to that lefty, he still has a chance to do something, man. At 2,600, that's kind of a steal, too. Then next, let's move on. We're going Charlie Blackmon. I don't know, man. I wasn't really feeling too many of the outfielders in between him. So, and I like these 2 guys that I have, Crawford and Yelich. So I went Blackmon. I paid up for him in Coors. Anybody can hit a home run in Coors. Blackmon has shown the ability to do so. Not that strong of a batter, but he's definitely someone who hits for average, and he has the ability to steal bases. He has a 361 batting average versus right-handed pitcher at home, 21 stolen bases. Let's just take a look at who they're going against. Nicholas Martinez, who hasn't had, I would even say a good season, man. Not a struggle, but not a good season at that either. So definitely like Blackmon, man. Definitely want some exposure to Coors. So I got it right there with Charlie Blackmon. A lot of upside with him. So let's move on to Carl Crawford. This is definitely strictly GPP. This is his first game back from injury in the majors. He had a few stints, a few games in minors. I think how many games was it? Oh, 10 rehab appearances. So I think he should be worked back into the rotation. He gets a matchup with Matt Whistler, who's been struggling this season. So let's get into Whistler's number: 383 WOBA, 500 slugging percentage, 1.71 WHIP. This is versus lefties, and he's a fly ball pitcher. So, hey, I'm hoping Crawford could just come back and start dominating right away. Hopefully, hit a home run. Uh, Definitely, I don't know. At 33 years old, I don't know if he has the stolen base upside, but hey, hopefully we get lucky, hits a home run, or he steals a base. But I definitely think he gets on base versus Whistler tomorrow. So, playing Crawford, and next we like Christian Yelich. Well, I like Christian Yelich against Rugby. Like I just told you, for the same reasons I like Ford. Yelich is lefty. I think if I'm not mistaken, he bats third or cleanup. He bats somewhere from 3 to 5. Depends where they put him at, but he's always a great play. Any lefty right now is a great play versus Grubby, who's giving up home runs to lefties like it's Candy. So going Yelich at only 3K can't really kill me, man. Definitely makes for a great play. And this is basically what I got, man, for a GPP. I'm not quite. I don't think I'm gonna play any cash games tomorrow, just because I'm not really a big fan of the pitchers. I like Harvey, but I'm not. I made a rule that I'm never playing any expensive pitcher on the road in cash games because they just burn me so many times unless the matchup is just perfect. And I don't know, man. I don't know if Harvey gets the run support. Like if he gets 7Ks, that's cool. But I'm definitely going to want to win from him at 10.5K. So this is basically what I'm rolling with, man. Let me know what you guys think. Also, remember, like I said, check out my guy, Hot Roster Winner, man, Robert Gall. Check him out, man. And with that being said, I'm out of here. Peace.